Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Captain Saurav Andurkar and I am back with Hunter x Hunter chapter 414, which is titled as Friends. So let's start. So we can see, I'm sorry, we can see, is it a prince or I don't know. I don't think it's a prince. Oh yeah, this is what is I'm waiting for. Really gets my adrenaline going. Hey, martial law, martial law. 5 more minutes, I just can't wait for the order. I will kill everyone who resists. I am a fighter, not a thinker. Oh, yeah, yeah, he's Prince Benjamin's bodyguard. He will kill them. Okay, yeah, yeah. Hey, something's going on with first Prince personal guards. Let's tell our prince. It's Rice, I'm coming in. His Highness is sleeping. Talk to me, I'm awake. Can you get me some water? I'm parched. Two of the first Prince men are in front of room 1009 with machine guns. Something going on in the dead ninth Prince room. Oh, it started. What special martial law? He's calling Halkenberg's death a terrorist attack, or he could make it look like Halkenberg was behind the whole thing. Heads up, you all don't resist. Put down your weapons where they can't see them. They will start shooting as soon as the order goes down. Hmm. Stall Benjamin's guy. They won't mess with the hunter associate. Just freestyle some excuse. I think he's sleeping. If people are on the move, uh, if the people are on the move, out. Okay, if people are on the move out there before the order drops, they have already hit him up on wireless. Hurry! Don't let him out of the break room. This is an order of to you, to all of you. Uh, get rid of every bit of trash in bedroom. Throw it away in a pot and burn it. Rice, come here. I thought we had deal with Justice Department. Okay, martial law hits. The military will control everything. They won't cut us slack. If the ship becomes a military dictatorship, they can throw the book at you for anything. What's the point? Just do it. Princess orders. Why did you kill him? Huh? It was a self-defense. He attacked first. Put down your weapon and explain what's going on. Depending on circumstances, judicial review may be necessary. I don't have a problem putting it out. Weird. Who's shaking whom? No response. Is anyone inside? It's treason as far as Royal Military is concerned. The purge under martial law came sooner than I expected. Okay, basically, uh, the chapter 413, what they were planning to do at the end, it's coming all, uh, it's all coming together. The purge under martial law came sooner than I expected, but that's convenient for me. My ability to kill with my stinger ball while keeping them inside my N isn't cut out for group combat between N users to begin with. Okay, we are getting so many abilities. I have lost the track of the amount of characters, and yeah, sure, let's see. I'm pretty defenseless inside my N. It's risky enough letting people inside your N. You can use KO at the same time, so even a pistol will be fatal. Uh, Not to mention, it's psychologically no easy feat to maintain N while so many ambiguous characters roam about. That's that's actually true. The wider you cast the N, the riskier a clash with someone else becomes. If I run into an ability that automatically attacks someone who's using N or Geo, or a tag team of one guy using N while the other emits N bullets, I'm a goner. That Kurapika guy is encouraging more of my rivals to become N user. It's becoming impossible to keep using Stinger Ball on the Queen surrep- surreptitiously. What is that word? I'm sorry, I have to check the meaning. Surreptitiously. It means doing something secretly, sneakily, or stealthily. so that other people do not see or notice you. Okay, fair, fair. I see that. That could have, okay. My ability would be most effective if a prince could be confined alone and under surveillance. But once the prince are held under martial law, it doesn't even have to be my ability anymore. Meaning my ability is no longer needed in this succession battle. We go in when the order comes out. Roger. That's why they paired with me. Chiama's Yushohi. Are you ready for this? Of course. Chiama's ability, mutating the Mute King, the invincible hero, Lord of the Flies, manipulative, semi-coercive, touching a volunteer for a period of time can make him invincible for an equal amount of. Okay, once that time runs out, Zetsu is forced on you for 100-fold for the same amount of time. After the Zetsu period, you receive a third of damage that you would have been taken due to the rebound of your own aura. Note a symbiotic attack from a team of Nen users cannot be blocked. I've confirmed with N that there's only one person inside, but depending on the total damage that's nullified after invincibility ends, I'm gonna die. I have noticed while 8th Queen Koito was passed out with Kurapika, and I had to change his diaper. Yes, I was confused and upset looking at 14 Prince Wobble. I mean, he's not Prince, but when I looked into baby's face, I don't want to be rude, but none of it seemed to matter. My duty was to take care of you, so I kept doing my job. But I'm worried about real Prince Wobble. I'm sure she's somewhere safe, but what's going to happen to her? I really can't say. It will depend on the last prince standing. If, as Kurapika says, there's no resolution before we reach land, would the surviving princes all be saved? There are two major problems. First, beyond curse. If the requirement is to officially participate in succession battle, Prince Noble won't be included. But in any case, participation in seed ritual activates it. It's quite possible. Con- it's inconceivable for someone to complete the ritual yet not participate. Furthermore, since the prince was born recently, if they didn't have enough time and the curse had to be activated once on board somehow, this baby could be cursed. Is that possible? Yes, I felt something like a Nen fluctuation close to Prince shortly after we came to our quarters. I do remember that aura, that dark, ominous aura that came from Prince. I mean, not Prince, but the replacement of Prince 14th, basically replacement of Prince Wobble. And yeah, and I'm sorry if you feel I'm reading it fast. I will just slow it down. In fact, I felt something like name fluctuation close to the prince shortly after we came to our quarters. I was turned away, and it was just for a moment. I have no way to find out what it was now, as undefined unidentified an unidentified assassin's name, or it could have been belonged to the first prince Benjamin's men. As for the activation conditions, we can only ask Beyond himself. It's possible I could observe Beyond's ability with my chain to find out, but it's probably very difficult to fulfill the conditions to activate the curse. If I remain unable to clear the hurdle, I will die. Okay, sorry. uh, You mentioned that it's probably very difficult to fulfill the conditions to activate the curse. If I remain unable to clear the hurdle, I will die. That's suicide. The most realistic thing to do is negotiate terms with Beyond. But Kaki would never let him be free, and Beyond himself doesn't want to leave. They have a mutual interest in him staying put until we reach our destination. Yes, it's doubtful he will admit the curse is his doing either. Kurapika, I'm sure you're aware, but there's one condition. That's a sure thing. The Hunter Association giving him a pardon? Exactly, Beyond will take the bait. Out of the question, it was Chairman Netro's last order. His order was to bring back a solution to the calamities. It could be win-win if we play it right. No, there's a contract with V5. We can't involve the entire half. First of all, Beyond is willing to sacrifice his own children to realize his ambition. He'd never talk about curses, the crux of his plans, and if he did talk, it would be likely a trap. That's why we are going to set a trap of our own. Remember that woman's ability? Maybe we could use it somehow, casually putting a clause about abilities or using the penalty for breach of contract. There must be something. Bill, aren't you on Beyond side? Why are you doing this? Sheesh, I'm glad you're not on Beyond side. I don't have the commitment or deep connection to still do what he says after learning what he's done and what he plans to do. Sure, you're the type to stick to your guns once you commit yourself. A lot of villains are like that. Fantastic. Doesn't make me wanna hang out outside of work. Somehow I don't think that's a compliment. My goal has shifted completely to protecting Queen and Prince. But I'm little ambivalent and I have my own own desires as well. Or people get priority, but isn't there a way to just stop the whole succession battle? I think the Ha, uh, I think the Ha will get on board with undermining the succession battle. None of the associates want continued bloodshed. The ones who fear it collapsing and losing protection of spirit beast are the current king and diehards who want to be the heir to this beyond power beyond and the higher ranking prince. The Ha uh, banding together to block Beyond's curse, weakening the Kakin dynasty, and installing the cleaner princes for new management is a good idea. V5 will go for it under the pretext of saving the princes who are hostage of curse. Releasing Beyond is fine as long as it's not permanent. Get him later or another charge. Dealing with the curse right now is the top priority. I know more about Beyond than you, so hear me out. He is capable, confident, and a man-child who loves strategy games. He will take a challenge and won't refuse a game of cat and mouse. He will talk about curse because it's essential to his plan. He wants to talk about it. His annoying confidence is rooted in his elaborate scheme. That's why Aha should bring a stop to the succession battle. There's the second problem still. Oh, pardon me. The second problem is that you yourself don't know where Prince Bobble is. I don't know what kind of agreement you have made with the swap, but you figured she would be safer if you didn't know. Is that correct? Yes, if you have no idea. That means we can't refute the possibility that she is actually aboard the ship, but surely that can't be possible. How do we prove that to military? The first prince clearly hasn't abandoned that possibility. They'll be investigating on their own. Oh my god, so much of text. I mean, not that I blame, but yeah. There's been a spate of murders in the lower tiers, so they're cracking down and they're probably I'm sorry, rechecking IDs against passenger data. Yes, I have asked Beyond to verify all passengers under 2 years of age. Since I haven't heard back, there's officially no hits. I will have them recheck with the higher age. There could have been a false reporting. If we don't find her, she's not on board. So we can prove she's not participating, right? No, the doubt will always remain. Oh no, hey Kurapika, you don't have to be so blunt. There's no point in sugarcoating it, and it's actually better for us this way. Since the swap was planned, the military will act according to what it is most detrimental to them. In this case, Prince Wobble is still eligible and is somewhere on board this ship. Until that is completely refuted, they will have to strategize for it. The best we could hope for complete refutation is first, the king officially declares Prince Wobble ineligible, or second, Prince Wobble is proven to be not on board. Not being discovered does not count as proof. With second option, we would have to prove that everyone who leaves the ship during battle loses eligibility. Participation in ceremony was a condition to be eligible. It will be difficult to prove that the one who was at the ceremony was sister's son. And what if the real Prince Wobble swapped with your nephew and somehow escaped after ceremony? You can't refute that. As long as the doubt cannot be removed, the higher-ranking princes will assume that Prince Wobble is on the board. Even if she is discovered outside, we would have to prove that eligibility. Princes will lose eligibility once they leave the ship. So as long as they don't find her, they won't admit she is not participating and won't hold it against her. Yes, that's right. They won't be convinced until Prince Wobble is found somewhere. Put another way, they have to keep looking until she is found, and they need to make it clear one way or another so they can be the sole survivor. All this means that as long as she is not on board, she is invincible. But she is definitely on the board, I think. The higher ranking princes won't be able to find her or determine her eligibility. The gray area will perpetuate so that she'll inevitably be found in be lower in priority as target for elimination. But if she was targeted with Beyond's curse, if she's outside whereabouts unknown, there's nothing we can do, right? There are two paths to a solution. Elucidate Beyond's first curse and find out whether Prince Wobble is a target. If she is, we will have to identify Beyond's child, who is the curse sacrifice, and undo the curse ASAP. The other is to find where she is. She is invincible with the succession battle, but the opposite is true in the case of Curse. If she is a target, we need to find her ASAP and ask a good exorcist what to do. Then exorcist. It might be that guy who removed Krolos, Nen, you know, who brought back Krolos Nen by removing the Kurapika's Nen chains. The condition. In terms of undoing the curse, the end result is the same. I split them up since the approach is completely different. Whether we remove the source or of the curse or we remove the curse from target, we don't have enough time or enough people to do both. We should take the first part. It goes well with Fifth Prince Long's contract fulfillment. But we need to assume the worst to prevent it. To solve the second problem, assume the curse is directed at Prince Wobble and try to protect and exorcise her. I would like to hear her to hire the her to search for the prince. Alright, I'd like to confirm once more. I know it's a fact that you don't know where she is, but don't you have a way to contact someone in case of emergency? He doesn't overestimate his ability, so he doesn't prematurely equate the conclusion with the truth, even when he uncovers some fact. And he knows that the queen's ignorance is the greatest weapon. That's why he'd keep quiet. Our worst case is that Prince Bobble is on the board and is a target of curse. If we can find where she is, we can get the help of hunters back home. Could you tell me? Until I found about the curse, the worst case was that they would find her after the king was chosen and should be killed along with the rest of family. Prince Kachu proved that leaving a battle is felony punishable to death. As Kurapika says, my admission could be a strategy to survive the succession battle, so there's no punishment. But the moment her ineligibility is proven, we'll be all be criminals. Our hope was that Prince Halkenbach would survive and become king, but now I have to trust in limitations of succession battle and pray that she is not cursed. If Haha can protect us, there are a lot of hunters with different standpoints. They can be of help, but I can't say you should trust all of them. But I can say this with certainty. I promise I have friends I can trust more than myself. I swear on my life, they will protect the prince. Oh, we see GON. I don't know who's with Kon. And then we see KILLUA with Aluka. A relative on my mother's side works at a post office in Yamato. Send a coded letter there without a written address. So they are back in the story. Nice. Coded letter there without a written address. They will intercept it and fill in the written address and then send it to Kakin COD. as unable to deliver due to unknown address. Since it was never delivered, there won't be a record of it. Using that loophole, time left until the end of succession war is 49 days. Wow, so there's actually quite a bit left before the succession war. So that's all for now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I will be recording 415 and 416. So gotta end this soon. So you will get this uh, like daily. You will receive one. You won't get all three uploads tomorrow. I mean, like in the same day. You will get it day after day. So daily one chapter. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.